I drive it every day. I usually drive it without any direction. I like to take it just out into the countryside and just cruise around. Something I love to do. Driving is something I love. It's just like a feeling that you just can't get anywhere else. The way the manual steering rack, you just feel everything through the road. The classic Alfa burble out of the exhaust, just everything feels so connected to it. My name is Drew Bond, and I drive a 1973 Alfa Romeo GTV. I learned to drive manual on my dad's Spider. I'd bug him to go out driving with my learner's permit there, and we'd go like every night, just drive around. And I kind of got the Alfa bug. I just wanted one. I knew that the chances were kind of slim that I was going to land one. The car that we ended up finding, which was my current car, was from the guy that my dad sold it to back in the early 90s, which is kind of where the story with the car starts. I'd gone through probably a couple of owners before my dad got his hands on it. He had this car from late 92 or early 93 until about 96, and he sold it to a co-worker of his named Jim. Jim bought the car. He moved back to his ranch here just south of Calgary and put the car in the barn with full intentions of restoring it one day, but being a rancher and starting a family, he just didn't end up having time for it. It just ended up sitting like that on the jack stands in the barn for 17 years. Showed up at his place to, see how he's doing. The exact words were, "Hey Jim, do you still got that Alfa?" And from the back of the house, his wife yelled, "Do you want to buy it?" And sure enough, he ended up willing to sell it to us. It had several animals in different parts of the car. I think for a while there was a dog. When we got the car here, we cleaned up the carbs, and threw them on the car, and then started it, and it just ran awful. It ran so bad. And so we ended up having to rebuild the carbs 3 times before we sawzalled the exhaust off, because we figured out that it was actually full of bird feed. We ended up taking pretty much everything down, and we took it right down to the unibody, and then all kinds of new parts. We spent about 7 months restoring it, and then I've just been driving it ever since then, just slowly adding to it and just loving it. I think my dad thinks it's pretty cool that I'm driving a car that he actually used to own. He thinks it's really great that we've finished it and that I stuck it out for the project, because it was a great bonding experience for the both of us too. We were able to do something we love together, and the finished product is just really great. It's kind of like I'm going down the same path, and it brings back memories of the days when he was driving his cars.